Okay, to an historic drug bust in Southern California. Let's welcome Congressman Mark Green from Homeland Security. It's great to have you back on, Congressman. This is how big it is. The U.S. authorities are calling it the biggest domestic seizure of methamphetamine in U.S. drug enforcement history. It is so big it could, quote, provide a dose of methamphetamine for every man, woman, and child in both the United States and Mexico. We're talking more than a ton of meth here.
Yeah, 2,224 pounds. It's a huge thing and a great feather in the cap of those DEA agents who, did the investigation, raided those places just east of LA and found this meth. And it's interesting, it comes just a few days after one of the largest, second largest border seizure of methamphetamine. So these guys are all doing a fantastic job, and they risk their lives for our safety. And this methamphetamine would kill and harm thousands of Americans. I mean, it's amazing what they've done.
Yeah, it's quite a victory. I mean, they were tracking this drug trafficking organization tied to the powerful Sinaloa cartel. And it was so brazen, the way it was being done with these stash houses throughout Riverside County and also east of L.A., in those communities there, that they were handing drugs inside duffel bags in places like Sam's Club parking lots. And locals in these communities, Congressman, are saying they're really worried about the stash houses and the chemicals inside these stash houses that these drug cartels were using, because these stash houses could have blown up because of these chemicals in there. This is quite a victory.
It's a huge victory, and these, our DEA agents and the Border Patrol folks who are on this watch, manning this post for our safety, they really deserve kudos for this one. They've saved thousands of lives.
How much does this set back the drug cartels?
Well, it's a lot of money. It's, this one is estimated to be street value around $7 million. That's a huge hit. We obviously, total haul last year coming across the border was about 800,000 pounds. So in the big scheme of things, it's small, but it's huge in terms of the lives saved, and $7 million off of their books, I guess.
Let's turn to another issue. We're seeing the fifth straight month of arrests of illegal aliens at the border. There's an uptick here. What is happening right now with illegal apprehensions and arrests of illegal immigrants at the border?
I think there's this perception that because of COVID, we're not manning the border as well as we once did. If you look at 2020, the fiscal year of 2020, we basically cut those border crossings in half. President Trump, the wall, the focus on CBP, all of that cut the flow from 19 in half. Now, in the past few months, in September, there was an increase again. I think it's just people thinking that COVID has got us not looking, but that's not the case. Our folks are on the job and doing a great job.
All right, so let's also talk about this quickly about the border wall. Homeland Security says it is adding an average 10 miles a week to the southwest border wall, and they're going to complete 450 miles before the end of the year. You think they could do it?
Absolutely, and this is so important. I'm I was an infantry officer before I became a physician in the Army, and those walls canalize people, and they facilitate the best utilization of our personnel. So they're critically important. The president saw this even in the campaign, and he has delivered 360 miles, another 260 or so that are in construction right now, and another 100 or 20, roughly about that are in pre-construction phase. So it's the president's delivering once again.